Hello again everybody, it's Bert's Builds again. This time it's a subject that I actually started in the 1990s and have only just recently finished, which I'm quite pleased with. It's I think it's quite an interesting and perhaps different subject to what you're used to, and you know what a lot of modelers will choose, but I quite like it. It's something a bit different. I bought the M3 a long time ago and bought some photo etch parts, like such as the grills there. I can't remember what else. I think oh yes, the shields around the lights there. There was a few photo etch parts anyway that I bought to add a bit of detail and a bit of realism to it. It's pretty much a Tamiya kit, very old Tamiya kit, and it needs a lot of work, as a lot of their early offerings do. To bring it up to a reasonable standard. The soldiers that you see there are Tamiya figures again, Japanese infantry, and I've put them in, pretty much standard out of the box as they come. The only real change I've made was that I issued this guy with a submachine gun, which only the Japanese would do that. They've actually put a bayonet on a submachine gun, but that was their one of their early submachine guns. But he's a mortar man. He's carrying, as you can see, he's carrying the handheld mortar there, and he's dashing up behind the guys to give them some fire support. But he's only issued with a light weapon for obvious reasons. The figure is a converted Tamiya figure, just made to look like a casualty of war, and I haven't been over graphic with the blood effect, but obviously the man's suffered. He's a casualty of war. This really is kind of a demonstration of or a representation of the invasion by the Japanese of the Philippines. There's another American GI casualty there, and I've thrown a little bit of equipment around to make it more authentic. And he's wearing the very early US Army battle bowler, kind of like the British pattern of that, because during that campaign they were wearing that very early equipment, and he's obviously another casualty of this as the Japanese infantry sweep through past this knocked out tank. The base is on a hardwood base, a placemat frankly, but just very cheaply bought. The groundwork that you see is made of dry oasis and then covered with PVA, and then oversprinkled with decorator's filler, and once it starts to dry, then I can give it the texture, to give it a more authentic looking texture. The tank has then been weathered and dirtied up. Most of the markings that you can see are hand painted. You probably can see that because I'm not the greatest model maker in the world, but I just like to think I've got some good ideas, and it might inspire some of you. The jungle, in inverted commas, that you see at the back are simply just plastic aquarium foliage, frankly, with a bit of, you know, real stuff put in there as well, just to give it a bit of texture, and then all sprayed and weathered and dry brushed to make them look more authentic. It was just to give it a backdrop, a background for the actual main diorama. You've got a Japanese rifleman there, just crouching behind the knocked out tank. The Japanese officer with his obviously carrying his samurai sword and leading his men more or less from the front, and a Japanese infantryman there taking aim at a target in front of him, again with fixed bayonets, as the Japanese usually did. I think that at the end of it, I think it's a reasonable looking model, and even though I'm sure a lot of you can do a lot better than this, I hope that at least you'll find it interesting and be inspired of what can be achieved, and give you a few ideas. I hope you like it. Okay, well, that's it for this episode, and I would post more. I haven't posted a lot. I would post more, but you're all queuing up not to look at my videos, so they're obviously not that interesting. But anyway, I'm having fun making them, and I hope that at least a few of you enjoy what you see. Okay, bye for now then.